Hello there, Only One Kenobi here, Only One. So I want to show you this retro collection wave. I've had it for about a week maybe, but before we look at it in the other room, I want to show you this wall, see if you can spot them. It's not finished this yet. I need to take all these off actually and do something to the window behind it. This is on a window. If you're new to this channel, there are no windows in here and no doors. Oh yeah, there is a door right there, also covered in figures. But they're in here somewhere. Some of these are really working, as you can see. Look at this stretch here. You've got Wua, Figure and Dan, and the Tonicas there. They work nicely. And then I've put this wave in there as well. Just look at that. See that Greedo card? I always knew that would work. And that's beautiful. The Nabla leads. Some of them work, some of them don't. Like I've put the Ponder, the Walrus Man, next to this new Walrus Man, which was done in retro colours, but it's a TVC figure. It's kind of they've actually made the cardback look. Well, it's a washout kind of print, isn't it? Don't know. So I've just been fiddling around with that, but then look at that. I put those side by side. I'm quite glad they did that. They gave you an alternative Rebel Fleet Trooper, Sand Trooper, but on the end I've stuck him, and that is a really good card. I'd love them to do a modern updated TVC Sand Trooper, a third variant for TVC. So what I'll do is, because it is a thing of interest, this retro collection wave, not only are they characters that have never been brought out before, except for Ponda Barber, they are like missing links, massive missing links for Kenner characters. Rebel Fleet Trooper, Han Solo, where is Han? Put him over there. You see, that card actually makes this crap TVC one look a bit better. You know, we always should have had a better image for that, but we didn't. We got that, but still. So that's what I like about him. And I do have, although I got rid of a load of retro collection stuff out of here, I do have a space in my heart and my room for variant cardbacks. Like, that's why he survived. I didn't really want to embrace any of the other ones from the prequels except for that, and also this Amidala, and Tarkin's over there, of course. That's a unique figure. And then the Han. Anything that is a variant for a character that will nicely slot in with other rows of carded figures in here, I'll take it. So that's the story there. I'm going to go through now, going to get them off the wall. We're going to have a look at the cardbacks and also the figures in the bubbles. Join me. Oh, just before we go through, since we're here and we can compare, look how much better that cardback is there for Luke. It's because it's on the green as well. I never liked this one. The blue's all right. Blue and yellow work, but it's that image. I don't know if they intentionally did that, but it's like a really fuzzy image. Like, cardbacks could be like that back in the 80s. Some could be clear and some could be fuzzy. Like, that's a kind of a fuzzy image, but it works because it's canon, it's Star Wars. It just works for whatever reason. But that is a nicer take. But it's good. You've got two variants there, albeit they're two different lines of figures, retro and vintage collection. And I wouldn't really want that. I wouldn't want it loose. But there'll be people out there. Do you know what? Actually, it does look quite nice. If I had a Yavin figure display, that would look really cool. With Han and Chewie and Leia and everything. Yeah, not my cup of tea, but there will be people out there who, really appreciate and embrace this line to slot right in with their stuff from the 80s. Okay, let's go and check these figures out. Okay. Got them all in here. I'll take them out of the star cases one by one. Just a quick note, if you didn't see, I think I mentioned it in one of my previous videos, when this arrived, it was left in a puddle outside. The postman I have is a really good guy. I still haven't spoken to him. I did see him outside today, but he wasn't coming to my house. But as you can see, this has all had water damage. Look at that. It came right through the Star Action Figures box. And then he was literally in a puddle. He left it behind my bin. And the ground slopes like that towards the wall. And it was there for hours. When I got the box, it was sodden, man. It was wringing wet. Soaked. So I panicked, and then I thought, I opened the box and then I saw that this was here. So I thought, well, they'll be safe, the figures inside. But this was soaked. I thought this was going to protect it, but this was also, so it had been in there so long, it soaked this through. Only at one end though. This bit was dry. The figure that took a hit the most was that one, so I had to take that. It so heavy, it was full of water. It's actually, I think it's all right. I've dried it out and absorbed so much water, but we'll have a look at it in a minute, see how it's doing. It's been in a star case after I dried it out to flatten it and stop it from warping. So that's the damage, but moving on from that, I just wanted to let you know about that. It's never happened to me before, but you know, of all things to get wrecked, it was this. So you got Dr. Evazan, never been made in the Kenner. Walrus Man, he was. Han, should have made Han years ago, don't know why they didn't. They made Luke Stormtrooper. Speaking of Luke, you've got Luke Skywalker at Yavin, the Rebel Fleet Trooper, and then the Sand Trooper. This is like an elephant in the room wave, man. All these figures, people have always scratched their heads. Why didn't they make them? They didn't. And now they have, which is nice. Obviously, Hasbro own Kenner, so it's all relative. It's all in the family. And I wish that sticker there, you see the size of that one? I wish that's the size they went for these cardback. Oh yeah, you see they just all fell on the floor in the background. Look at the size of it. They have done a few cardbacks in the retro collection where they have had that size. I think it was some of those Skittles ones, the multicolored prototype ones. They were slightly smaller than that one anyway. I don't mind stickers. I quite like them. They give the card a bit of feature. I know people hate those and they try and take them off. I'd never take them off because they leave a print behind, so I don't want to mess them up. But it is what it is. But ongoing, they obviously haven't changed the size of those stickers. They're still massive, but they should have and could have done them a little bit smaller. They would have been less offensive on the cardback, I think, and you would have seen more of the image, because right now you can't see any of Han's chest armor. So speaking of Han, let's get the man out and have a look at it. All these cards are unpunched, and as Tim from Bosk's Bounty remarked, he reviewed this wave not long ago. I was watching his video, and he has picked up on the fact that, you know, they don't have that much of this fake weathering. It would be great if they hadn't done that, or they stopped doing it ongoing, but they are. So Han Solo, Imperial Stormtrooper outfit. Give me a zoom in on that. It's nice they've got the helmet outside as well. Beautiful unpunched card back. Lovely image. That's what we would have wanted in TVC as well, but they didn't do it. They are doing alternative cards now for TVC, which is good, but Retro Collection was always the best for doing alternatives. If you look at the Mandalorian waves, they always had a different image to the one in TVC, like, for example, what's he called? Quill, for example. Anyway, let's have a look at Dr. Evazan. This is an image that is the same as the TVC one. And maybe I'm going to go and get it. Bear with me. Yeah, I've just got it now. I went back to the room. It's not exactly the same. I knew there was something different. They've snapped him and got rid of the background. Yeah, you can tell that there. See that? That's a much better card back. You can see real background, you know, the set or whatever. This one, they've just replaced it with just one tone, which is all right. It is what it is. He looks a bit more enhanced now because that one is a very dark card back. The dark one. But still, I think that's all right. It goes nicely with the other ones on the wall anyway from TVC. Now then, these are in no particular order. I would have left this to last if I was leaving the best to last, because this is a beautiful card back. There's the Sand Trooper there. It's a really nice card. Nice image. I wasn't sure what they were going to go for. Maybe I thought to myself, maybe they would choose an image from Mos Eisley, but they didn't. And as a child, in my imagination, I always remember with my Stormtrooper figure, like wishing for Kenner or whoever, the toy shop, to provide me with a Sand Trooper, but they never did. But that's cool. It was never a hard job to do, was it really? They could have done that back in the day. And this is a time when I wish that sticker wasn't there, because I would like to see what is underneath that sticker, the chest armor and everything, but still, at least it's not covering his face, and it just fits right underneath the pauldron, so that's all right. I'll forgive them. As Tim said, there's nothing going on the back. They're just dire. So if you don't mind, if I don't show you the back of one, don't shoot me. They're all the same. So I'll just crack on with this. And here is Walrus Man. Never a figure I had in the 80s. But wow, look at his frog face, man. And as you saw in the other room, it's pretty much what you got in the 80s, and it's like the TVC recent release and the Cantina playset thing. There are now 3 to 4 variants now of Walrus Man in the retro and TVC. You've got the original TVC, the brand new reissue one. Then you've got that, obviously, and then the alternative TVC, which mocks that. And as you saw, it's a different tone. Looks a bit more washed out. Sorry if I haven't shown you all of that. Look at his fish feet. Wow. Give you a quick blast at the back if you really need to see it. Moving hastily on, let's see how this figure is getting on now. This is the one that got absolutely drenched. I think it's. I mean, what if you notice? If you notice, like, if you look at it, it's kind of changed the finish of the print. That's kind of shriveled a bit. Can you see it? It's all right. It kind of reminds me of some TVC cardbacks. Used to have that kind of. I don't know how to describe it. It's not smooth. Whereas, look at that. Do you want to compare? There is the difference, folks, but it could have been worse. It could have been worse. I dried it out, and there's no sign of it. There's no sign that it has warped. It was just really heavy and floppy, just full of water, and that went really dark. The cardboard. See, that still has gone dark. I think it's taken on some of the print, the ink. I guess, I don't know. Sort of bled into the cardboard on the inside. I don't know if you can see that, if I'm making any sense, but still. More importantly, the image, let's have a good look at that. That's a great alternative image. That screams a lot more Star Wars New Hope to me than the other one. I like the other one. It's an action shot, and as I stated before, it's got that kind of Kennery, blurry, imperfection style photograph, but this is really good. I like that a lot. I think the ultimate cardback would be that guy you see at the close-up of his face, Mr. Silver Fox dude with the blue eyes. He's awesome. I wonder if he has a specific name. There'll be someone out there who knows. People like Daniel Chart will probably know his name. He might have a name. I wouldn't be surprised. And as you'd expect, this figure has that dome pudding bowl head that the Imperial Navy Commander did, which is a figure I've never liked, that the original kind of one of that, because I never owned it. So maybe if I did, I would have embraced it. But if they could change Vader's helmet, so it had, it wasn't just one bowl, it was like a samurai type thing. But these guys also had that. They had like a round top, and then it kind of shielded off. It had like the contour around the sides where the neck is, and then you've got the circular top. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a perfect bowl like that. But what do you think? It's good, isn't it? I like it. I'm quite happy with that. I think I will. This is 6 spaces I'm using up in that room, and space is an issue always with the collection. But for now, I think I'll embrace these and keep them involved. Last but not least, just set these up as well. The man, Luke Skywalker, with his yellow jacket, the classic. It's a really nice cardback, this. It's very nice, and it works with that green. Beautiful, because Leia has green as well, if you remember. Leia Yavin, that TVC cardback. Really nice. And also Hannah's green. So why the hell they didn't do green in TVC to keep all the Yavinites together? That weird blue. It's all right, as I said before, the blue and the yellow work, but it's like that image was always weird. You can see, it's like, when you see a picture that's you need 3D glasses for. It's got 2 tones on it. You can see like the shadow of the trees in the background with like a pink outline of the image. It's weird, but Hope I've shown you enough of these figures, folks. I haven't taken the camera off the tripod. I'm just sort of talking and showing. All right, folks, that is it. That's the whole wave. And, oh, hang on. See if I can get them all in a wide shot. How about that? How about that? There you go, folks. Look at that. Look at that. I'm filming this on the weekend, and at the end of this, by the end of the weekend, I will have filmed part 2 of the cantina. I'm going to open those deluxes, get them on the shelves, and then show you what's going on with this here, which is, this is a brand new table. I'm loving the reflective qualities of this black table, by the way. It's brilliant. It's working really well. All right, thank you for checking this video out. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, leave a like, subscribe if you are new. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one.